I recently watched a CNN international discussion about humanoid robots. And as an educator who has spent more than 3 decades preparing young people for their futures, I found myself listening to this conversation from a very different perspective. I understand the skepticism. I understand concerns about jobs, privacy, cybersecurity, safety, military applications, and the responsible use of emerging technology. Those are legitimate conversations that absolutely need to happen. But what concerned me was hearing humanoid robotics repeatedly characterized as gimmicky, unnecessary, or primarily entertainment. Because there is another part of this conversation that we cannot afford to overlook: education. When we talk about humanoid robotics, the question should not simply be, do I need a robot to wash my dishes? The question should be, do our children understand the technology that is being developed around the world? Those are two completely different conversations. I have personally introduced students to humanoid robotics in educational environments, and what I have witnessed is not simply entertainment. I have watched students move from hesitation and even fear to curiosity. I have watched them ask questions. How does it work? Can I program it? What makes it move? What kind of AI does it use? Could I build something like this? And that last question is incredibly important. Could I build something like this? That is where education begins. Because when a child stops seeing advanced technology as something that only happens somewhere else in the world and begins to imagine themselves as a programmer, engineer, designer, researcher, entrepreneur, or innovator, that exposure has educational value. China and other nations are investing heavily in robotics, artificial intelligence, automation, engineering, and advanced manufacturing. Our students should not simply encounter those technologies years from now as consumers. They should understand them. They should explore them. They should question them. They should learn to program them. And eventually, they should be among the people creating what comes next. That does not mean placing a humanoid robot in every classroom tomorrow. It does mean recognizing that exposure matters. Years ago, schools had to decide whether computers were something students really needed. Then came the internet, then mobile technology, then coding, then artificial intelligence. And every generation of technological change has presented us with the same fundamental choice. Do we allow our students to simply watch the future happen, or do we prepare them to participate in creating it? For me, humanoid robotics represents another opportunity to introduce students to computer science, artificial intelligence, engineering, mathematics, mechanics, ethics, cybersecurity, problem solving, communication, and innovation in a way that they can actually see, touch, study, and experience. And importantly, education should include the difficult questions too. Should robots replace certain jobs? How should we protect people's data? What ethical boundaries should exist? How should robotics be regulated? What happens when AI and robotics are combined? Where should humans remain firmly in control? Those are precisely the conversations I want students having. We cannot prepare young people to make responsible decisions about technologies they have never been taught to understand. So when I hear someone say, more jobs, less robots, I think we are presenting young people with a false choice. I want more opportunities for people and more education about robotics. I want students prepared for the jobs that exist today and equipped to create the jobs, industries, and technologies that do not exist yet. And when I hear humanoid robots dismissed because someone has never personally encountered one, I would argue that this demonstrates exactly why exposure is so important. You cannot fully understand the possibilities, limitations, challenges, and implications of emerging technology from a social media clip. Our students deserve the opportunity to experience it, investigate it, challenge it, and imagine what they could do with it. We certainly should not embrace every new technology without questioning it, but neither should we laugh it away because we do not yet understand its purpose. Exposure is not endorsement. Exposure is education. And education gives young people the knowledge to decide what technology should become rather than simply inheriting whatever someone else decides to create. My concern is not that every student needs a humanoid robot walking around their home. My concern is much bigger. I don't want to look up 10 or 15 years from now and discover that while other countries were teaching their young people to design, program, improve, and govern emerging technologies, our children were simply watching those technologies on social media. Our students deserve better than a front row seat to somebody else's future. They deserve the opportunity to help build their own.